Hello and welcome to my channel Mokeupby Beauty. If you're new to my channel, my name is Juliana. Today's video is all about Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. I've been wanting to try this brand for gosh, a long time, a long time. I finally made up my mind and decided to try some of their palettes when they had this on a sale in a bundle. So these two, the Galactic and the RadioActive Palette, they were on sale and being sold as a bundle. Then the Spectra Palette, that was on sale on its own. I think it was about half price. Yeah, I had to jump on it. Besides, I wanted to give the brand the chance so that when I use it, I can use some of their matte as well. So I decided to get the Spectra Palette. Yeah, Spectra Palette, and this is the inside of the Spectra Palette. Absolutely beautiful. I had the matte on my eyes before I put the shimmer out, and I can tell you they are really pigmented. This actually surprised me. I wasn't expecting it at all. This is the inside of the Galactic palette. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't use any of the shades in the Galactic palette today, but I can't wait. Yeah, so this is the Galactic palette. Let me just bring that closer. So beautiful. I don't know if you can see the shifts. Absolutely gorgeous. And the one I do have on my eyes today, the RadioActive palette. Look at that. So this is the RadioActive palette. The shade I have on my eyes are these two here. So this is actually, I'm seeing green on the screen, but when I kind of look like this, I can see purple. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it looks green. But if I kind of like bend my eyes, if I hold up my eyes, you can see the green, but if I kind of bend down, you see the purple. Oh, it's like a light shade of purple, between purple and brown. So beautiful. And then I had this purple on the outer corner and a little bit of the blue. This blue, I think it was this blue actually, right there. I just kind of like went a little bit nuts with it, to be honest, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be swatching the three palettes for you today. I'm going to be starting with the Galactic palette. The reason why I like to do swatches on my channel is because it's difficult to tell what these shadows looks like, especially when they're like multi-chrome, duochrome. Sometimes you really can't get the shifts or exactly what it looks like. So when I do buy palettes like these, I like to kind of feature it on my channel so people can see what it looks like. So again, this is the inside of the Galactic palette. Right, swatching that is very squishy. In fact, I had to kind of like press it back. The minute I tried to kind of rub off on it, it wanted to lift out, but it's quite squishy. My hand is dry at the moment, so if you can see some dryness, it's just what it is the weather. So I'm gonna kind of like move my fingers first before I swatch this shadow, because they are multi-chrome and duochrome. So I don't know what tones you are seeing as I'm kind of moving my fingers, but yeah, this is definitely, if I bend like this, you can see purple, but if I do this, you can see green. Don't know what shade you are seeing with that one as well. They are gorgeous. So let me start from here. And the thing is, if I had like a primer on my finger, they will even be more intense. But I'm swatching this dry, on a dry skin, because I want you to see it at its worst, so you can know what it will look like at its best when there's a primer or a glitter, either a glitter primer or a normal primer for eyeshadows. But can you see that? It's gorgeous. I'm seeing different shades in this one. I'm seeing purple and green. Same with this one as well. I can see green, purple, blue. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Now let's swatch the last two shades. Okay, last two shades. Again, I'm seeing gold and red with this one, and blue on this one, blue and purple again, and a little bit of green if I bend it that way. Okay, let's swatch. It's really pigmented. I could even tell from the swatch, both of them actually, they are really big. You know, sometimes in this palette, some of them are like topper shades, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The green I used on there is in between pigmented and topper, but it's absolutely beautiful. They give this wet effect on the eyes. Yeah, but these are all the swatches of the Galactic palette, and this is what it looks like. Beautiful. That first shade, oh, that would be so nice on a simple brown matte. it will just kind of show it off. Sometimes the beauty of this shade is not to have all the colors on the eye, it's to have a subtle one tone, two tone color matte, and then put this on the eyes, these light ones. Oh, I just can't get over, you know, the effects. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love shimmer only palettes. I just love shimmer only palette. They are so beautiful, especially when they're duochromes and multichromes. Oh, so beautiful. So that is the Galactic palette. Okay, let's move on to the RadioActive palette. Alright, first four shades. So this is the one I was talking about, this shade. Ah, absolutely gorgeous. You see that? I'm gonna swatch on the side of my hand, just hopefully we can see the shift more that way. Look how gorgeous that is. Ah, that's the one I was talking about. Look how beautiful. That is just so beautiful. It's like oil slick feeling. Oh, wow. Oh my days. Oh my days. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next four shades. The next four shades. These are the shades in the middle of the palette. Wow. 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 It's just so gorgeous. And then the last row. As much as I'm not a purple fan, this is fantastic. This is the one on my outer corner. So beautiful. So I'm just gonna swatch that here. Whoa, what is that? Like indigo, purple, blue. Wow. And that's just, oh my days. Look at that. And then this is like a blue purple, and then finally my favorite, the red one. Oh, gorgeous. Oh my days. It looks like ox blood. So I can see hints of orange in it, but it's still red. Oh my days, that is beautiful. So that's the old palette. I'm not swatching another, I'm sorry about that, but so that's the last row, the first row, and then that's the middle row. Absolutely beautiful. So that's the palette in all its glory, the RadioActive palette. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, ever since I saw this palette, honestly, I really wanted it. There's just something about multi-chrome, duochrome palettes that are just so outstanding and unique. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this look today. I'm just going to kind of come closer. I didn't film it, but I was having too much fun. It's a weekday, so I literally finished work, wiped the powder makeup I had on, did the fresh one, and decided to go a bit nuts with the shades. Effortless but beautiful. I love it. I really love it. Okay, let's move on to the Spectra palette. Now, I did not use any of the shimmers in this palette today, because I mean, why would I use the shimmers in this one when I had the RadioActive and the Galactic palette? So I didn't use any of the shimmers. In fact, I've not swatched it. And the mattes I used are this one, this orange here, this purple over here, and a little bit of that, and finally that. But this one is supposed to be like a brown orange, but it was so pigmented. Is what I have on my crease. That was surprising. I was actually shocked. Yeah, so I'm gonna just try and swatch 4 shades per row. Okay, first 4 shades. I'm gonna start from right here. So this is the one. Can you see how pigmented that is? This is supposed to be like a neon. So I do have like that where the yellow liner is. I kind of regretted covering it up a little bit, but it was like a guide for my fake cut crease. So next shade. My days. I have the red a little bit on my lower lid. That was, I had to kind of like use a very light hand, and that purple is what I have on my outer corner before I laid the purple shimmer on it. Okay, next 4 shades. I have no doubt that pink is going to be really pigmented as well, and yeah, leaving a stain. And this next one is a shimmer. It's like an orange. Wow, These orange shimmers are following me everywhere. The most recent palette I've bought, I've got this shade in all of the palettes, including the blush palette I've just swatched today. How beautiful that is. I don't mind. I mean, orange is one of my favorite colors, but that is pigmented, one pigmented palette. Wow. I'm not surprised because I used on my eyes today. Absolutely pigmented and beautiful. Wow. I kind of wish I had used this old palette. And who am I kidding? No. No. But this is not bad at all. Even the shimmers, they might not be like slap you in the face, but they are still beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That is still gorgeous swatch and just yummy. Let me just try and spread it more. Look at that. Alright, for the last row I did swatch all the 5, and the reason is because the last shade was a black. I want to see how black this black is, so I am going to put the black right here. Okay, that is good. And the good thing about the palette is it really builds on top of each other so well. And you know, on the I used them peel away primer, it melted on the primer. That I think for me that was the outstanding thing. It really melted on the primer. It was just so good. So let me swatch the last 4 shades. And this bright orange. Oh, I'm telling you, this palette is beautiful, gorgeous, pigmented, buttery, everything. I'm so happy I picked this palette up as well, because initially I was just going to pick up the shimmer only palette, but because they were having it at half price, in fact at first I thought, is it because it's bad that they were having it at half price, but I thought, no, let me just get it so I can use the matte for the shimmers. But I'm so happy I got it. Absolutely worth it. So worth it. Buttery, pigmented, just so beautiful. It laid down so beautifully. It didn't give me any issue. No issue. Not even the yellow one. I put the orange first, then put this striking neon one right under the orange, then I put the purple on the outer corner, then above the purple I put the yellow again, and it laid on beautifully. No, it didn't get muddy or anything. Everything just kind of like laid on the primer so beautiful and buttery. I'm so happy I got this palette. So those are the 3 palettes I got from Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. One thing I would love to do one day is to kind of compare this to my other all shimmer palette. In one of my last videos I featured some all shimmer palettes, 2 from Pink Crush Cosmetics, 2 from Gloss Gods, and these days they are all just kind of like getting similar really. I know that in one of my Pink Crush Cosmetic, I think it's the Apachrome palette, there's definitely a red one. So I would love to compare all of them. I think I have about 11 or 12 in total all shimmer palettes now. Yeah, it definitely will be interesting to compare all of them, but I'm not willing to buy any more new all shimmer palette because at this point they're just looking the same to me, unless somebody come out with like all foil palette, you know, the foil where you put on your eyes and they can see you from the moon. Yeah, if somebody makes that kind of palette, which is possibly going to be so expensive, if somebody makes that kind of palette, yeah, I'll be the first person in the queue, that's for sure. Yeah, but those are the 3 palettes I got from Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. I hope you've enjoyed my swatches. If you have enjoyed this video and it's been helpful to you, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.